All right, guys, this is the last video for the Washington Redskins playbook. We're just going to go over a few of the money plays that are not in our base formations. And we are going to start with single back ace. The play is called inside cross, and we're going to run it versus cover 3. What's great about this play is if you've seen the running gun playbook, it has a play called ace posts. You have that route on the left side of the field. Now, in order to get the most out of that route, you want to have a flat pattern over there to clear out the flat. And you'll see as he breaks, you can throw it. Now, what's awesome about this formation is if your opponent's used to it being on the left, you can flip the play. They'll never know. And now you can throw it to the right side of the field. What's also good about this is you can run this in the red zone if you are short on time and you need a touchdown. Say you only got, one play left. You got 6 seconds, no timeouts. You need to throw a ball into the end zone. You need a good shot at it. What you're going to do is you're going to fade B, flat Y, and you're going to get a spec catch animation in the end zone. And that's going to be really good just to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time and get you a touchdown. Going to move the ball back and go over a few other plays. All right, so the next formation we're going to go over is ace pair slot, and the play we're going to be looking at is PA Y drag wheel. This is a formation you want to flip if you have a right-handed quarterback. If you have a lefty, you can leave it stock. The only adjustment we make to this is we block this tight end and motion to the right so that we can roll out. You can throw this if you don't want to roll out. If you're a rollout guy, really like to roll out of the pocket. Once you snap the ball right here, roll, 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 and you get A wide open. This isn't going to be the greatest play versus a cover 2 just because the hook zones in the middle of the field will follow this tight end. Let's motion our guy over here. Motion the tight end over here. And you'll see how congested this area is, and it's tough to throw. So this is a cover 3 beater. This is a man beater, but this is not a cover 2 beater. So do not rely on this versus cover 2. Once again, you can throw to B, you can throw to X. Versus cover 3, you can throw to A. You have 3 different reads, which makes it a really good play. And we're going to get into our next play here. Our next money play is going to be out of single back normal skins, which is single back doubles in any other playbook. And the play we're going to be going over is the play called PA fork. Call it versus a cover 3. And the way we set this play up is to fade X. And your read is going to be Y, A, then B. You'll see what it looks like when we hit Y. You want to wait till he gets past that flat zone. We'll show one more time. Wait till the Y route gets past the flat zone. You can hit him then. You can hit A underneath. And if your opponent, for whatever reason, is over there and he already knows it's coming, say he's a really savvy opponent, you see his user over there, you can put A on a flat, and as B cuts over the middle, you can hit B. It's not going to get you as many yards, but it will prevent you from a negative play. Or prevent you from having a negative play, I should say. Next formation we're going to get into is single back jumbo. The single back jumbo has off tackle, which is a pretty good run. You want to sub in some good blocking players. Now you can flip this, playmaker it. Playmaker to the left, get some decent blocking. I really like this run when you're trying to grind out the clock because you can run it either way. And ace power is your audible. This isn't a great running play. don't think it's a great running play. Even though I just got 5 yards, it's tough because it starts you on an outside angle, but the hole is in the middle almost all the time. Show you what stretch looks like when you run it to the right. And the passing plays aren't terrible out of this either. This is a decent passing play. This has the ace post on the left. It's got a good crossing route. It's got a good man-beating route. This has some potential. If you need, say you're trying to grind out the clock and your opponent stops you on first and second down, and you want to give the illusion that I'm just going to run the ball again and force you to take your timeouts. Well, you can call them out in this play and hit this ace post route. You definitely want to try to get down after you catch it, so you don't, fumble. But it's another thing you can do. And then if it's man-to-man coverage, this A route breaks pretty nicely. Just like the play from strong close, the skins outs. It's the same route, except it's from the tight end. So they're not going to be as fast. And that's really the only passing play I would suggest using. It has a similar play that we just went over, but I don't like it as much from this set. Because when you motion him over, well, actually he does turn into a blocker. So this isn't terrible. I don't love it, but you do have that option. So this is more of like a grind the clock out formation. All right, the next formation we're going to get into is the iform twins flex, and the reason I like it is because it has halfback search, which is a stretch run. I won't go over that. It has a dive, play action leak is decent, and the PA cross in is a decent rollout play. The pistol, I believe it's pistol strong, has a triple option and an inside zone split. So triple option switch. Triple options are really, really good. You gotta know your pitch keys and your handoff keys. You gotta practice that if you're not familiar with that. But that can be a very effective play. And the passing plays are decent out of this. You have this curl flat concept. You can do a lot of stuff with makeshift screens, swing him to the right. You can motion guys out and create a flood over the middle of the field. Say I want to try to hit A against cover 3. Well, it didn't work for whatever reason. He didn't actually go on the slant, but the slant would pull that zone down. Show it one more time, just because I don't want to look like a dog. More than I have already. He's on the slant. See how it pulls him down. And I believe that's it out of this formation. PA boot left. This is a decent play. It's not a great play. You really want to be able to hit this route. Sometimes it doesn't, if your receiver's not fast enough, he won't get into the right part of the field and the corner. He won't get enough depth, or he'll get too much depth, and the corner will jump it. So it's not a phenomenal play, and the reason I really don't like this formation in general is because it has 2 decent passing plays. It doesn't have a good run audible. I don't like this run. I don't like any stretch runs out of pistol. I think the only ones that are really effective are the counter, read option, and strong power. So you could try to run this. This isn't really that good. Like right here we got yards, but it's all dependent on that fullback getting a seal on the outside. You can't really cut this back up the middle very well because it's so slow to develop. So I'm not a big fan of that. So we're going to get into the next formation. If you really like pistol counters, I'll show you a pretty good one out of the pistol weak twins. The counter is pretty good from this. You see we got some decent blocking right there. You can motion this guy out. He doesn't move out a ton. Sits in a tight end spot. You want to have a good blocking guy there. That's another pretty good pistol counter run. No good audibles from this, in my opinion. And the giveaway is that this guy moves back when you audible out of it. So you got PA boot, and then he moves back up. So it's a little goofy. That's one of the reasons we didn't include it in the main formations. The next formation we're going to go into, which is really cool, is this gun split redskin. And if you cycle to the back of the playbook, click up once, it has close fullback trail, this is actually a hidden gun split close formation that we run out of the Steelers book and the Colts book. What's really great about this play is it attacks the flats so well. Like, look how much space I have when I throw this ball. This is a really great blitz beating formation, and this is if you need a play, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and short. This is a really great passing play. You can also slant this guy. You see how much space we have? Just because the formation's so tight, it's really tough to get the flats to go down there. If you're into face catching, this is the best face catching formation in the book. I would recommend, if you're going to face catch, I would recommend coming out in the read option. And your audible is go slot post, max protect, pinch line, and then you get the face catch. We don't really promote face catching at Madden's Finest, but if it's something you do, it's understandable. It is something very overpowered in the game, and if you use it every now and then, I can't blame you. Please don't abuse it though. Don't abuse it because I have to play online too. I don't want to deal with it. But yeah, that's the best face catching formation in this book. Go over 1 or 2 more formations. Shotgun doubles has PA zone read, which is a really good play. I believe it's found in the run and gun playbook. It has a ton of crossing patterns over the middle. It's got play action blocking, and it's got a tight end in. The reason we don't love it is because the audibles are pretty bad. This halfback off tackle is not very good. Strong flood, not a very good play. And PA dagger is a pretty terrible play. So we don't like to run this formation very much, but this play in particular is very good. Same concept as our gun spread, but you have the option of blocking a tight end to get better blocking. Right here. Really tough to blitz this. If your opponent doesn't have a good user, they're going to have trouble covering that. And it's a different look, so if you haven't come out in this formation all game and your opponent's not going to see it coming, then go ahead and run it. All right. I believe we have one more formation, and that is just, I believe it's the Snugs flip. No, it's not. It is going to be the Y-Trips skins. It has the read option in it. It has halfback base, which is not an amazing play. It's a pretty good play. It has a cross screen, and it has corner strike and fork wide drag. So it has a lot of really good plays in it, but the audibles are pretty terrible. I'm not going to go over many of these plays. It has PA wide receiver in. I'll just go over and show you what the audibles are and the reason we did not put it in the book. Stick is the first audible. Draw is the run audible. Draws are terrible. 4 verts. And PA slot under, which is not a good play either. So none of the audibles are good, except for, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with 4 verticals, but that's pretty basic, pretty standard. I didn't feel any reason that we needed to add this. And then I think I'll just show you guys why we didn't include the 5 wide. If you guys like the 5 wide, good for you. If you guys can make it work. I personally don't like it because it does not have a wide receiver screen. One of the audibles are wasted on a quarterback draw. And most of these passing concepts aren't that great. There's a few plays you can work in, like this wide receiver smash, that are decent, but it's not something you want to get stuck in using, because if you hurry up, your audibles are pretty much screwed. And it has a unique wildcat. It doesn't have the counter, but it has power right, blast right, and blast left. So if you want to have a little fun, run a little wildcat. This wildcat bangle found in the Redskins book is pretty good. So guys, that's going to conclude the video. This is the final video in the Washington Redskins ebook. We are completely done. Guys, go into practice mode, lab this, get in the game, let us know how you like it. throw comments in the comments section. I will link everybody's Twitch account and Twitter page on the description, so you can get to know all the Madden's finest crew, me, MStack, Jo, 30, Hold Fast Hope, OG Burnsy, all the guys involved in Madden's finest. I'll give you their information, and you can check us out on Twitch. I sometimes stream with this playbook, and I sometimes stream with the Steelers book, so you guys can get a good idea of how to run this if you come check out the stream. I want to thank everybody who actually watched all these videos all the way through. I know it's probably pretty bad because this is my, like I said, this is my first ebook, and I'm definitely going to try to improve from this one next time, but I definitely did my best, and hopefully next time will be a little bit more smooth. But I wanted to get you guys out this ebook because we are coming to an end on this season of Madden 15. So like I said, let me know what you guys think, and